back. Joining us today for our Hot Topic segment, we have event designer and entertaining expert Tara Wilson. Tara, nice to have you.
Thanks for having me.
So you work with a lot of brides, a lot of weddings.
Absolutely, it's wedding season.
It's wedding season right now, and you know, I think the main thing brides want to do is really stand out.
Right.
You know, you don't want to have the same wedding as all your friends and everyone else, right?
Everybody wants to be unique and different. And so there's some really great things that you can do to be unique and different. One of the trends that we're seeing with brides is they're doing away with an actual wedding cake, and they're starting to do more dessertscapes. So a lot of different desserts for their guests to choose from instead of just that one slice of cake.
And the wedding cakes often aren't even that good.
Right,
so that's
right.
a smart idea.
Well, and brides are creating themes around their wedding. So, for instance, maybe you have a favorite color, but you take it a step further. You get a pattern that you develop, and you use that in the envelope liner, and you carry that all the way through to your paper products, whether that be cocktail napkins that you create, or paper products for, say, the dessertscape that tells people what they're eating. But you carry that theme through, and that really makes it unique and special just for that particular bride. It really brands the event, if you will.
I love that. Your own unique, instead of just color, which everyone does.
Right.
What about, you mentioned casino nights?
Right.
Brides are doing things like that?
So the brides who are really stepping out and trying to be different and trying to have more of a party instead of a wedding are looking for things that make them special. Casino night is one of them. They want to give their guests something fun to do besides just dance to a band. So like I said, the casino night is one thing. We're seeing brides have their receptions on party boats.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
And that brings a whole new dynamic to that reception.
You might want to limit the alcohol use on
That's
that
true.
one. So what about the big reveal? What is that about?
Sure. Well, it's about creating a moment, a wow factor, if you will. And it's so that when guests walk in, they're not seeing everything all at once. So maybe you keep a room closed off that later in the evening, after dinner, when dancing begins, you open that room up. Maybe that's where the casino is. Perhaps that's where the dessertscape is displayed. We've even seen brides who are doing away with their wedding cake and doing ice sculptures in place of that. And that big reveal is when they display this ice sculpture that might even have an ice luge.
Ooh, I love all of these ideas.
Yeah.
They're great. What are some of the most extravagant things you've seen?
Well, I do think it comes down to not money, but more the details that the brides are putting in. You know, that homemade, homespun look is really taking off, but it can be expensive or it cannot be expensive. So some extravagant things include like the ice sculpture, a lot of over-the-top floral. You're seeing a lot of brides now displaying floral from the ceiling down instead of from the floor up. A lot of lounge furniture is making their way into receptions.
Do you see a lot of brides trying to cut back at all with you know, the economy?
Absolutely. They are more frugal, so they're looking for ways to save. And when they hire an event designer or a wedding planner, they're able to get discounts because we have relationships with vendors, because we go back to those vendors over and over and over. So there's a real plus to working with someone like myself.
Oh, I see. So people thinking they're going to spend a lot of money on an event planner, they'll save
Absolutely.
on the vendors.
Right.
That actually makes sense. And
Doesn't
then you
it?
have someone doing all the work for you.
Right, right. And you know, a lot of times a bride has an idea, but she doesn't know how to pull all those ideas together to create this fabulous, unique party. And that's really where we come in, designing things and helping her pull those elements together.
Thank you, Tara, and lots of other great tips on Tara's website. We have a link to that on bettertv.com. We'll be right back.
Let us know what's on your mind. Post a comment on our Facebook page or send us a message on Twitter. It's your way to become part of the growing Better family.